Alright, good morning. It is July 1st, 2017. About 10 after 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here in Florida where I live. And I'm just going to take a look at a couple of these little earthquakes out here in the Midwest. As you can see, Southern California is still swarming. Still activity over here in Yellowstone area, right in here. Big swarms up in Alaska. I'm going to zoom out, take a look at the world real quick before I go back to Oklahoma. So this is the last 24 hours worth of earthquakes. Pretty good sized earthquake right here, 4.1 in Switzerland, and guess what's right there? CERN, C-E-R-N, CERN, the Large Hadron Collider, so you might want to check into CERN. Anyway, yesterday's big 6.0 in Ecuador. Got a 5.1 down here towards New Zealand, south of the Fiji-Tonga origination zone. This is where large deep earthquakes originate as pressure comes up to the surface and travels around the plate boundaries. I had pointed out in my last earthquake update video forecast all these different areas to be hit, and every single one of them were, with the exception of this one, which I did not forecast for up here in Russia. But I did happen to mention northern India, Burma, Myanmar, Philippines, Indonesia, Taiwan, Japan. So anyway, we'll go back over here and check this out. Right here in Oklahoma. 3.1, very small, not many people felt it. However, the point of these videos is earthquakes are caused by fracking. So I'm going to take the coordinates, copy them, open up Google Earth, drop them in here, zoom right down in on the area. Usually when I'm investigating the connection between fracking and earthquakes, I'll zoom down on the area, zoom back out, and I'm going to look between 6 and 10 miles from the epicenter of the earthquake. So here's our earthquake, that yellow pin. I'm going to look about 10 miles out, so 8 to 10 miles, anywhere in this region right here. Just to give you an idea of what 10 miles looks like. And we're going to move this out of the way, zoom down in here and take a look at what's around. Don't even have to go in that far, and as you can see all these little dots? We'll zoom down and take a close look at them. Hydraulic fracturing, oil and gas extraction, wastewater pumping operations, every single one. The sunshine right on this casts the shadow. You can see the oil pump right there. So these are storage tanks, squarish pad, and in the center your pumping equipment. We'll zoom out, we'll take a look at a few more. There's lots of them out there. So imagine if you had a pipe filled with water. It's going to hold no problem. You might prick a few holes in it, it might still hold water. When you start pricking thousands of holes into it, it's going to break eventually. So right here in the center of the United States, in the New Madrid fault zone, they are drilling down thousands of feet down into the earth, fracturing the rock underneath. And every single one of these is an oil fracking gas extraction operation. Storage tanks, pumping equipment, squarish pad. So anyway, we can go back and look at one of the other earthquakes here in Oklahoma. I'm doing this live, so I haven't looked at this already. Langston, Oklahoma. We'll go in and check that out. Drop that coordinates down into Google Earth. It's going to take us to that earthquake. Again, these, not many people are going to feel them, but eventually they're going to get bigger. You can't just keep cracking holes in something without it breaking eventually. I'm going to zoom out. We'll look 6 to 10 miles from the epicenter. Let's give us an idea where 6 miles looks like. 6 miles, 10 miles, anywhere in this area. Go right here, take a look. This is the price we pay for cheap oil, folks. I'm not against fracking, not against petroleum products, but the magnitude, the scale, and the intensity of which we are drilling holes in an area that is known as the New Madrid seismic zone is what is cause for concern. So, in case you had any doubt, there's your pumping equipment, there's your storage tanks. I can do this all day long. Every time there's an earthquake in the Midwest, go do your own research. Download a copy of Google Earth, go to the USGS, look at the earthquakes, and then look close by in the Midwest, and you will see all these pads where they're drilled down thousands of feet down into the earth. I mean, another cause for concern, I don't really consider myself an environmentalist, is that they are doing all this petroleum and gas extraction right in the middle of farm fields. Surely there's got to be some level of risk of contamination of the food that we're eating from these areas. So anyway, there you go. Look at all these dots. Every single one of these are hydraulic fracking, oil and gas extraction, wastewater pumping operations, otherwise known as fracking. Fracking operations down here that I had looked at previously. There's a big operation right there. If you can't see those pumps, I don't know what to tell you. So anyway, that's that. Just want to make a quick video to document my research. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you would, please share it with your friends. We need to take a look at this hydraulic fracturing, oil and gas extraction, wastewater pumping operations in the Midwest. Again, this is an area known as the New Madrid seismic zone. It's not a great idea. We need to take a look at it. We need to regroup and do a little bit more research before we cause a major catastrophe. Seismic pressure comes in from the west up in here. It moves down through the North American craton, which is the interior of the North American plate, and it moves its way out to the mid-Atlantic ridge. But because they're creating a weak spot here, perforating the earth in this whole entire region here with thousands and thousands of these wells, the seismic pressure is making a pit stop right here. So the bigger the earthquakes out here, the bigger they will be here. If a 6 or a 7 happens out here, 4 or 5 or even a 6 could happen here. The infrastructure here is not designed for seismic activity, and therefore we are creating the potential for a disaster. That's all I got to say about that. Please subscribe to my channel, share this video, check out my Facebook page, Earthquake Watcher, right here on Facebook. You can reach out to me here, send me a message if you have any questions or comments. Thanks guys, have a great day.